I know what he said.
You heard it? You seen the video?
I know what he said. He said when he finally faced me, I beat him.
Oh, dang. So that's gonna happen?
Wow. Wow.
Not just acknowledge reality that Mike Tyson was an old, broken man.
Floyd Mayweather takes a jab at Mike Tyson after watching his latest training footage, saying Tyson appears drained and fatigued coming out of camp, and raising doubts about his endurance heading into their upcoming fight.
What? Oh, that's good. That's good. Woo! We fight. We stay here. Build a wood box. I like that. I always want to find catching down here.
Mike Tyson is shown sparring aggressively with his trainer, breathing hard and clearly worn down, but still driving himself to continue despite visible signs of fatigue and exhaustion.
Oh, yeah. You guys need nice, huh? Yeah, that's what. How we gonna do it?
Floyd Mayweather confidently says he will deliver an exciting fight, guaranteeing non-stop action and entertainment that will keep fans fully engaged from beginning to end.
This is not, we're going to have fun, we're going to throw a few punches, like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to fight Tyson.
I don't know. I just want to give the fans what they want to see, excitement. So.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan notes that Mike Tyson is still considerably larger than Floyd Mayweather, emphasizing the obvious gap in size and physical strength between the two.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
he's
but
so much bigger than him.
He's not going to land a fist on Mayweather.
Right.
It's not after his last performance. You know, I think Tyson just needs
What do you
to
think was going on with that, the last one? It looked a little bit like sparring.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was scripted.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Tyson biting his gloves and, like, you could just, it was taking all that he could not to, like, hit him. And it was just like, it's heartbreaking to see a icon go out like that.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's crazy also to see him.
Mike Tyson performs intense dumbbell workouts with controlled strength and focused precision, building his arms, shoulders, and overall endurance through tough and demanding gym sessions.
He said, Mike, don't fight. I give you money. Are you crazy?
Only 12. That's all we want. To the middle. 1, 2, 3.
A little slow on the way down.
4. There we go. 9. One more.
Slow.
10. No problem. Great set. Best set yet. Right around. Last one. Nice and strong. 30 times. Let you go. 1, 2. Here we go. 3, 4. Nice. 5. Yes, sir. 6, 7.
Strong.
8. Strong. 9. Got this.
Here we go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8, 9. One more. And up. Nice work, Mike. Yes, sir. Great work.
A key concern surrounding this matchup is the significant age difference, with Mike Tyson approaching 59 and Floyd Mayweather at 48, leading many to question how competitive the fight can realistically be.
Now again, I don't mind if either guy gets paid. Again, we talk about Mike and his past financial issues. I hope that that's not the same thing going on with him now, even though who knows how this man spends his money. He made a ton of money to fight Jake Paul, and good for him. His name value carried that fight, and it did a crazy number. I'm sure he'll make a crazy number here, but Floyd Mayweather is the one that seems like he needs the money more right now. Our guy, Andreas Hale, wrote a story that is kind of went somewhat viral. That's crazy, the laugh faces. Although Floyd Mayweather Jr. made hundreds of millions of dollars from his professional boxing career and topped the Forbes list as the highest paid athlete from 2012 to 2014, the boxer is said to have been shortchanged and filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Showtime. The lawsuit filed Tuesday and obtained by ESPN seeks to recover hundreds of millions of dollars misappropriated funds and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud, breaches in fiduciary duty, and conspiracy orchestrated by Floyd J. Mayweather's former manager and advisor, Al Heyman.
Polly Mullen AG states that Mike Tyson consistently generates massive earnings, as his name alone attracts attention, turning any fight into a highly lucrative event on a global scale.
There's also the aspect of it where the new fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same thing. There's nothing that's going to match the Mayweather-Pacquiao era of that time where they were flying and people wanted to see that fight. This is not going to be that feeling on the morning of. But like the champ said, on the morning of, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, I think you're gonna end up, ordering that pay-per-view or watching on Netflix, whatever. This is on Netflix, so.
Wade Plemons gives a blunt assessment of the upcoming Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather exhibition, stressing how past performances reveal the limitations of Mike Tyson at this stage of his career. He points out that during the Jake Paul fight, Mike Tyson's mobility and effectiveness were already reduced, seen in his limping to the ring and struggling with physical issues like hip problems. While Mike Tyson remains remarkably strong, Wade argues that facing Floyd Mayweather is a completely different test. Mayweather's speed, precision, and tactical skill are expected to make Mike Tyson look slower and less effective. Wade also references comments from Terrence Crawford, who noted unusual behavior from Mike Tyson, like biting his gloves to restrain his power in previous fights. This quirky habit highlights the extreme measures Mike Tyson takes to control himself even against less challenging opponents.
Exhibition is even more sad because you've already seen the illusion of what Mike has left is already gone. We saw it. Versus Jake Paul, he was limping on his way to the ring. Probably got terrible hips, still strong as an ox, but how much can you really expect him to do anything versus Floyd? Couldn't really land on, he landed like 1 or 2 punches on Jake, but couldn't really do much with him. What's he gonna try to do with Floyd Mayweather? Floyd's going to make him look silly in this exhibition, and it's gonna look worse than what we saw with Jake because of, how small Floyd is. But Terrence Crawford said something interesting there as well. He said, I've never seen Mike Tyson bite his gloves like that. And I think Terrence Crawford is a pretty big historian of the sport. And I'm not saying he should know everything about it. I certainly don't. But Mike Tyson has indeed bit his gloves, and this is what Terrence is talking about.
Wade Plemons suggests that in an exhibition against Floyd Mayweather, the current limitations of Mike Tyson will be amplified, with a fight revealing more about his physical condition than any competitive advantage. He notes that social media clips and broadcast footage from past events highlight these struggles, showing that even legendary fighters can experience decline. Ultimately, Wade frames the matchup as more of a spectacle than a true contest, emphasizing Floyd Mayweather's likely dominance and the stark contrast between former glory and present ability.
And even the great Teddy Atlas has spoken about this with Tyson and his career.
Questions out there, my son told me, about the thumb biting, okay? Thumb biting, right? And we're not talking about the thumb biting with your nephews or with your children or, with that stuff. We're talking about Mike Tyson biting his thumb during a golf. First of all, that's something that he did in his amateur days, he did in his pro days, and now, of course, he did it again. That's something that he has done. And he's, for people that follow Mike Tyson, his career, they've seen it before. People are saying, oh, and Tyson's smart, he's witty. He knows what to say. He knows the image. He knows the importance of having that image, how important. That's why he got all the money. It wasn't about what he had left at 58. It was what maybe he might have, and the image, the scary guy.
Mike Tyson is clearly past his prime, with age beginning to show in both his physique and stamina. Once a relentless force in the heavyweight division, Mike Tyson now bears the wear of decades of intense training and fighting. His muscles are less explosive, his reflexes slower, and his endurance fades more rapidly than before. Every punch requires more effort, and recovery between movements takes longer. Naturally, health concerns arise when Mike Tyson steps back into the ring, even for exhibitions, especially against younger or faster opponents.
Now, they have a history of bad blood between the two. Well, more so on the part of Mike Tyson. He just simply does not like Floyd Mayweather. They went through some things. They used to be cool. They used to be friends. And Floyd Mayweather even fought on Mike Tyson's cards. But now they have a strained relationship, and now they're going to fight an exhibition bout. This was... I don't even know what to say about this.
Joe Rogan discusses with Terrence the financial motivations behind Floyd Mayweather's return to boxing, highlighting how wealth, lifestyle, and public image influence these choices. He explains that although Floyd Mayweather retired undefeated at 50, his love for a lavish lifestyle means he frequently showcases his fortune through luxury cars, expensive watches, and extravagant purchases. Rogan points out that maintaining such visible affluence quickly drains resources, with high-end vehicles costing millions and diamond-studded watches reaching astronomical prices. This pressure to display wealth is common among athletes, as Rogan recalls examples like former boxer Iran Barkley, who struggled to save money while peers flaunted their riches.
You know, it's other ways for...
But what did he get?
People.
He got at least 20, right?
Yeah, but still, I think...
I think he needed all that money.
Yeah, but with all his connections and things like that, I think people could have put him in the right position to make some money.
If he's got people with him that are looking out for his best interest. But you know how it is. When there's a guy like that, that's a big name, usually everybody around him pretends they're looking out for their best interest, but there's always lawsuits later on. You find out someone was stealing money or not paying him what he deserved. There's always a bunch of shit involved.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, especially if you're not business-minded, which I don't know if Mike is, but most fighters aren't. Most fighters concentrate on fighting.
Mm-hmm.
To be business-minded, that's a giant distraction. You got to pay attention to all this other shit. On top of that, it's generally not how they think.
Right.
You know? I mean, look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap.
Terrence and Rogan emphasize that the need to showcase success, often through flashy and ostentatious items, drives Floyd Mayweather to continue participating in high-profile fights. These bouts are not solely about competition, but also about earning massive paychecks to support his extravagant lifestyle. They note that sponsorship deals cover only a portion of the costs, making it essential for Floyd Mayweather to keep generating income through exhibitions or professional matches. Beyond the spectacle, Rogan stresses that the financial aspect behind Floyd Mayweather's lifestyle is practical, allowing him to maintain wealth, status, and influence while fully enjoying the perks of fame.
It's just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He gotta show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that shit. Like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, in contrast, brings speed, agility, and exceptional defensive skills developed over years in the lighter weight divisions. Mike Tyson's size and power remain intimidating, but his body no longer reacts as it once did. This disparity in physical condition creates a unique matchup, where raw strength meets refined technique. With Mike Tyson, the concern isn't only performance, it's also his health. Fans and analysts question whether the risks outweigh the spectacle, given the strain on an aging body. This fight is as much a challenge of endurance as it is of skill.
More compatible as far as size goes. Roy is still bigger than Floyd, but as far as that goes, he still fought that made his name at 54, 60, 68, and 75. Right? Now, he did go up to heavyweight, but they've been going back and forth. They've been jawing back and forth and going viral, going at each other. That would make more sense. I don't know where this came from and how this even came about, but we're going to get Floyd Mayweather in 2026 versus Iron Mike Tyson in an exhibition bout. Two legends, they're going to get their money. I guess Netflix is just looking to put out big money. I'm hearing that it's going to be on Netflix, right? going to be interesting to see how this unfolds and plays out. But this came out of nowhere. It's just bizarre. I want to know the weight class is going to be in.
Early signs from Mike Tyson's past exhibition matches already demonstrated how profitable nostalgia bouts can be. The old-school appeal of seeing legendary fighters back in the ring attracts huge attention and generates massive paydays. Mike Tyson reportedly earned around $20 million for a single event, while his younger, faster opponent in that matchup reportedly made nearly $40 million. These figures illustrate that the financial rewards of such exhibitions often outweigh the competitive stakes. Fans are drawn by memories and hype rather than pure skill, turning these fights into highly promoted spectacles. For fighters like Mike Tyson and his opponents, it's less about testing abilities and more about maximizing earnings while captivating the public's interest.
In an exhibition effort, you might as well. I want to say this, though. If you guys thought Mike Tyson was pulling punches against Jake Paul and that wasn't real, well, he ain't gonna pull no punches against Floyd. Like, that dude has shown that he hated it. Remember his fake punch at Floyd? Floyd ain't moved, though. Balls of iron. If Iron Mike Tyson doing, he got balls of iron.
Paulie Mullen Agee highlights that the Netflix approach changes how fans engage with fights. Unlike traditional pay-per-view, where viewers pay extra, Netflix allows access through a subscription, making curiosity a major factor. Even casual fans might tune in just to see what unfolds. He adds that many late career or nostalgia bouts start to feel more like entertainment than serious competition, though he doesn't mind as long as championship titles aren't at stake. Occasionally, surprises occur, and a fighter performing well can re-enter the rankings or contend in their weight class. Legends like Pacquiao stay relevant despite facing lesser opponents, and similar attention will follow Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao because of their iconic profiles. These exhibitions generate interest regardless of competitive stakes, demonstrating the power of reputation and curiosity in modern boxing.
Exhibition, Mayweather taking on Mike Tyson, and then
Supposed to be an exhibition.
Yeah, and then
Rocky IV.
Hey, I know it well. I remember the towel. That was traumatizing for me as a kid. But the other side of it, of course, Ruslan Provatnikov, Manny Pacquiao. You fought two of those guys, right? You fought Ruslan Provatnikov, you fought Manny Pacquiao. One of the things that doesn't go away is Ruslan Provatnikov can crack. You talked about how heavy-handed he was. Is there anything that could happen in April that could, if not derail, diminish this? And, provided nobody gets hurt, which we don't want to see. But this idea that, is there any way either guy could look so washed that we go, oh my God, this isn't worth watching? Could it diminish it at all?
Absolutely. I don't think that's going to happen. The reason is because Ruslan was the third choice for this. Juan Marquez was reached out to, Tim Bradley was reached out to. I'm talking for the exhibition with Pacquiao. Those two turned it down. Then they asked Ruslan, hey, come on, let's go.
Dan Rafael notes that unlike the massive 2015 fight that shattered pay-per-view records and revenue, this upcoming exhibition is unlikely to reach the same financial heights. Back then, the bout generated enormous excitement, and viewers were willing to pay premium prices just to watch live. This time, the approach is different. Streaming the fight on Netflix gives fans easy access without extra pay-per-view fees beyond their existing subscription. This strategy emphasizes convenience and wider exposure, similar to events like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, where streaming platforms helped attract larger audiences.
Also, probably in April, but in a different location. And it sets them up on the same time schedule where if they're going to do a rematch, September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. The fact that Netflix is doing it is not surprising at all. That's always been what they've been talking about doing. I think both fighters and everybody involved understands that it's one thing when everybody wanted to see the fight in 2015, you put it on pay-per-view and it's going to be a blockbuster, which it was. They charged $100 before the pay-per-view, the biggest price ever for a pay-per-view. And it set every conceivable record that you could think of in terms of gate, boxing, pay-per-view buys, overall revenue, the sponsorships, the merchandise. You pick a metric and it broke the record. That would not be the case now, 11 years down the road, since they first fought in 2015. So they needed somebody to put up big money, and it really fits the profile of what Netflix is trying to do.
Organization of the fight is a joint effort with Manny Pacquiao Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and CSI Fight Sports combining their expertise and networks. CSI Fight Sports in particular has managed many of Floyd Mayweather's previous ventures, ensuring the event runs smoothly. While the financial stakes may not match past record-breaking fights, the emphasis on accessibility and modern streaming shifts the focus to audience reach rather than pure revenue, reflecting how contemporary boxing promotion values exposure and convenience alongside earnings.
They want to do big events, and whatever you want to say about it, maybe not for guys like me or you who are involved in doing boxing-related stuff on a daily basis, but for the regular person that's scrolling through Netflix to see what's on a weekend night. They're going to look and say, oh, Mayweather, Pacquiao, I know those guys. They're as famous as any boxers in the world. And if it doesn't cost me any extra money and I'm just paying my normal subscription, yeah, I'll check it out. And it's going to do big numbers. That's why Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did the numbers it did. And that's why, we saw them be interested in a fight like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua and the other events that they have done. Tyson Fury's come back as they try to, build up more in the UK. And this is going to be the same situation. They put out a lot of money to do the fight, but not as much as what obviously they generated in 2015. And, it will be, it'll be a big event, but how much of a fight it will be, who the heck knows? But I mean, to answer the question, I'm not looking forward to it.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.